Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today will be a quick maintenance video where I will be changing out my cabin air filters, and I also have a K&N cold air intake for my engine air filter. It is pretty dirty, so we will be cleaning that up, re-oiling it, and putting it back in the engine. Let's get started. Alright, first we're going to be using the K&N air filter cleaner. You basically spray it on there pretty liberally, let it soak in, and then rinse it all off. Alright, so now that's nice and clean, we're just going to let that sit there and dry. There might be a little bit of residue on there, but overall it's a lot better and a lot cleaner than what it was. This is my second air filter. At one point in time, I was actually really uninformed on how to clean these, and I thought that I'd let it dry. I thought that I had let it dry long enough, but apparently there's still some moisture in it, so when I put the oil on it, it all kind of seeped down and then was dripping all over my engine bay. So I just thought that it didn't work. So I just thought that something was wrong and this whole process didn't work. So I went ahead and ordered a new filter, but I did keep that one just in case. So the engine filter I have now, I'll let you take a look at it. It's pretty nasty, pretty dirty. Since I had this backup filter, I decided to go ahead and clean it up. We're going to let it sit there for a couple days, make sure it's nice and dry. Then we're going to add the filter oil, and then we will take the old one out and install the new clean one. Right now, let's go ahead and jump to the cabin and replace our cabin air filters. So if anybody's curious, these are going to be the air filters that I'm using today. I usually change them out every 6 months, so I don't really care necessarily the brand. More for me it's the price. I think these were about $15 for the box, and we'll go ahead and take them out and put them in. Alright, so if you don't know where the cabin air filters are, they're actually through the glove box. So we're going to go ahead and open that up here, and what you have to do is you have to squeeze in the sides of the glove box and then drop it down completely. This will give you access to the cabin air filter. And there's a little cord here, at least there should be. Try not to break that. I just like to go ahead and pull it out and let it release so it comes down all the way. That little cord right there actually connects to that piece. So just be careful once you bring the glove box down, and just gently undo this and then just let it retract. If you look in the back right hand corner, after you get the glove box down completely, you'll see where the cabin air filters are stored. You're going to need a Phillips head. And that's pretty much it. One bolt, open it up, and then you take the old filters out and slide the new ones in. All right, let's go. All right, after you have that Phillips screw out, you're just gonna pull it down and off. And there's your air filters. They're kind of wedged in there, so always try to use some needle nose pliers or something else that's going to help you to kind of grab and pull out. So you pull towards you and then kind of towards center. Alright, let's see how that one looks. Got a little bit of junk in it. And then since that one's out, this one should be pretty easy just to pull over and pull out. Alright. And that one actually has a lot of junk, so these definitely were needing to be replaced. So we'll just look in there, make sure there's no more debris. If there is, clean it out, and then we're going to install the new filters and get it locked back up. Also, just make note whenever you put them in, it does have on the side which way you should put them in as far as the airflow. So we are going to put them in with arrows pointing down. Alright, finally got them installed. It's really all about getting that first one in, backed in the corner good enough to get the second one in. So it does take a little bit of finagling, but they're in. I'm going to go ahead and button it up and put everything back on, and we'll be all set. Alright, so we've let this sit for about 3 days. I wanted to let it sit for 2 days and then apply the filter oil. However, some family stuff came up and I just didn't get the time yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and tackle it today. It should be nice and dry, so we're going to move it over here into some better light, go ahead and spray it down, and get this thing coated. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for approximately 20 minutes, and then we're going to come back, check it out, and then touch up any light areas on either side of the filter until there is a uniform red color on all areas. And once we reach that, we'll be ready and set to put it back into the truck. Alright, the new filter is in. If you can take a look at it here. Nice and oiled. Very clean. You can see the mesh very well. If you come over here to the old filter, I don't know how well you can see that, but you can't see the redness anymore of the filter. It's got just dirt and debris all trapped in there. And they say once you can't really see the mesh that well, it's time to replace it. And there you go, you can just see all that stuff trapped in there. So we are finished with this completely, and there you go. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for our engine and cabin air filter installs. Pretty easy process. You can definitely do it yourself. Don't pay the extra money for someone else to do it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If there's any other maintenance videos that you would like to see, please leave it in the comments down below. If you want to see any more of these videos coming up on my Nissan Xterra, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.